Good evening, scholars. I would like to present to you today a lesson plan on mixed media. Now, given the definition of mixed media art, each student will describe in detail what is needed to design their own mixed media portrait on canvas while accurately restating in their own words what mixed media is. Now, today I was going to show you a YouTube clip. However, I thought it would be better to show you what mixed media is and what it consists of. Media is what you would use to create an art piece. There's different types of media. You can use charcoal, paints, you can use crayons, you can use paper mache, and you can sculpt things, you can use things out of clay. So for single media, a good example would be this here. This is a clay pot. So this was something made out of clay. It was dipped into a glaze and fired, and then now you have this media of clay. That would be a single media. A mixed media would be an item that would be made out of different types of items. So you can mix and match. You can use pen and pencil together. That would be mixed media. You could use something like this portrait here that I'm showing you. It's made out of string, paper, paint, and pen. Right here. There's pen on this paper. So this is a mixed media portrait. It has all different elements of different kinds of things that may be found in the classroom. To create a mixed media portrait, however, you would need to collect some different items. The first thing you would need to do is you would need to create a portrait. You can either cut out a magazine item, a picture of someone, or you can take your own picture, or you can draw your own picture. Place that on a paper. And then around that you would create different things. This here is an example of a mixed media portrait, whereas the student used paint, they used stamps with ink, they used pen. Here's where they used pen. And they also used marker on parts of the face. So this would be a mixed media portrait. Mixed media, you could use yarn. You could use rolled up pieces of magazine to create different dimensions, different aspects of the picture. This is something that you could be completely creative with. A lot of times people will use glue sticks to glue the different heavier objects onto the portrait. Or you can even paint onto the portrait. But today what you will need to do is you will need to take a look at what I just showed you with the portrait. This is an example, and look at different items where you could use string or paper or pen or paint. You could use magazine clippings, what have you, and you create your own balanced design using all of these different items. Now what each student will need to do at this time is they would need to, in their notebook, they need to write down and describe what different types of materials that they would use in their mixed media portrait. They would also need to define what mixed media is. Once that's completed, we will begin on a project where we will do our own mixed media portrait. And we'll work on that together as we gather the different items. And keep in mind too that a mixed media project does not have to be two-dimensional. It could be three-dimensional. This particular project is mixed media. This is a bottle with tape that has been placed on it and has been painted. And you also have paper that's been used in this, and tape, and a portrait as well has been used here. So this particular project is also considered a mixed media project. So it can be three-dimensional as well as two-dimensional. All right, well then we'll get started, and good luck.